Okay, so the URL app dropped a few battles, okay, so I do have to catch up. But one battle I took notice to was Real Sick versus B Magic, okay? So I wanted to go over, do a little review of that battle first. Now, I'm really disappointed in B Magic. Like, he used to be really good when he first started. I remember the first time I seen B Magic, he battled Tay Rock, and I was really impressed. Like, I wanted to give Tay Rock the win so bad, but I knew in my heart that B Magic won that battle. So he when he first started, he was a good puncher. He was on one, but now he fell off. And now that Caffeine is around, and these battle rappers making a lot of money, I'm surprised that B Magic is not putting more of an effort into his craft, because he used to be one of the best battle rappers back then. All right, so here we go. This battle was literally only like 18 minutes long. Okay, so I don't have that many bars, but here we go. So B Magic starts off first, making fun of Real Sick, because I believe Real Sick is Arab or something. Before you throw a bomb on your chest, do me this little favor. Let me tell my kids I killed Osama for this little paper. And one quick time, open the clip all on a real player. Mr. Name Flip King, punchline 2. Thank you punching till I show what these punchlines do. It's gonna be starting something if I lose my cool. Your body's floating in the water if they run by you. So, it was pretty cool. I like this bar because, of course, he's making fun of Real Sick. He's Arab. I don't know if he really is Arab or he just looks Arab. So I do like when he started off saying, before you put a bomb in your chest, let me tell my kids I killed Osama. And then he goes on to say, at the end of the bar, it's going to be starting something if I lose my cool. Now, my cool is a play on words for Michael. Michael Jackson, that song is going to be starting something, got to be starting something. So he said it's going to be starting something if I lose my cool. My cool, but Michael, nice play on words. Then at the end, your body's floating in the water if they run by you. So, if somebody runs by you, but it's a play on words for Bayou. Like the movie Eve's Bayou, Bayou, I believe that's how you spell it. So I thought it was pretty cool, that first bar. Next bar, he says, conversation with my Drake before I'm honking you, son. I'ma take my safety off you, discharge it and run. You gonna stay right by my side till the officers come. I told my hitman, that's how you talk to your gun. So he had a little people laughing a little, because of course that reminds you of Aver when he said something similar to Hitman Holla. When he called out Hitman Holla's father in the crowd, he was like, that's how you talk to your son. So the way he said it was similar to how Aver said it, but of course he changed it up a little bit. Oh, I got this annoying hair in my eyes. But anyway, next bar. You know God? Well, you gonna need that in the Reverend. Cap a nigga. Take you out for trying to step in my section. Me and 6 of the homies Mac 11s to stretch him. So as soon as you hit the door, welcome to 7-Eleven. So he had a little comedy in his bars. Now in that bar, okay, I like in the beginning when he goes, Cap a nigga, take you out for, and Colin Kaepernick, he's a part of what's called Kappa Alpha Psi. So I like that when he said, Kappa nigga, take you out for trying to step in my section. Take you out for is a play on words for alpha. Okay, and yeah, and then at the end, I like when he says, so as soon as you hit the door, welcome to 7-Eleven, and that's how a lot of Arabs sound. Okay, so he had a little kid and play scheme in this round, but it was real basic. Sorry, it wasn't even worth me writing it down. So he did okay, but B Magic ends his round so short. He's so short in his round. So now we're gonna go to Real Sick. So Real Sick has a lot of aggression, and he's like, when he talking, you really believe what he be saying, boy, because he sounds so believable. That's one thing about Real Sick I noticed. Here we go. The culture said me and Chilla put up a classic. I finally got haters now. Guess I'm good at this rap shit. Them pussies are mad, which is stirring the pot. So I bet they blood boil when I'm cooking with magic. So I thought that was a nice bar. So you know, I like to play on words when he says, when he goes, them pussies are mad, witches stirring the pot. So witches is a play on word for witches, you know, like witches that be on the broom. So that was a nice play on words, because at the end he goes, so I bet they blood boil when I'm cooking with magic, and he's battling B Magic, and you know witches deal with magic. So I thought that was a nice bar. Next bar. You used to be my favorite, the best on the channel. Now you just another rapper death gotta handle. If bullets are statements, this headshot is sample. Now I'm the role model. You getting led by example. I thought that was fire, because you know lead could be a gun. So I like when he says, now I'm the role model. You know how you could be a role model for somebody, and you leading by example by being a role model, but instead he's leading by example. So I thought that was fire. Next bar. What? I don't duck smoke, up close, front row, son don't, run home, I unload a drum roll, my nightstand a gun show, I grab a chopper off the top and find out where B headed, cause I'm cutthroat. That was fire. You know, so he's like so into it, so animated when he battles, you know what I'm saying, and use all his projection, and he moves around on stage, so he really makes you feel what he's saying. So I do like at the end, you know, when he says, I find out we're B-headed, meaning B Magic, but you know how you could B-head somebody? And then he goes, cause I'm cutthroat. So he cut in the throat too, that was fire. So the last bar in this first round. I'm from a different region where killing people is acceptable if you do it for religious reasons. I really mean it. I really mean it. Salute to God in heaven. You can die in 2 to 5 seconds. I'll throw you off the roof if you move in my direction. I'm talking you off a ledge like suicide prevention. Woo! So he was really doing his thing that first. So of course I had to give that first round to Real SIKH, okay? Because Real SIKH, you know, he had more, you know, B Magic just raps so drawn and, you know, drawn out, and he just raps like he bored, like he don't even care, like he not really trying, you know what I mean? But certain things he say are funny and could be kind of fire, you know what I'm saying? But he don't really have no oomph to what he's saying no more, you know, and then he sound like he on the beat sometimes, you know? So he don't really have much aggression to what he says. But Real SIKH, real aggression, all in your face, very cutthroat, you know, just saying what he gotta say. So I had to give it to Real SIKH. So round 2, B Magic. So he starts off being funny again. When they told me bars were bomb lines, nigga, I ran. So when he said that, everybody was laughing, of course. So you know Akbar is like a Arab kind of name, and you know Arabs and stuff, you know, they have terrorists, you know, who believe in bombing themselves and others, okay? And Iran, and you know some terrorists live in Iran, you know, so all the Middle Eastern countries. So I thought that was fire. So let me say the whole bar. When they told me bars were bomb lines, nigga, I ran. Why you don't block like that, nigga? Strashing niggas. Got a new toy, is an action figure. Got one thing in common with you. We both used to sell gas to niggas. Difference is, I was outside the shells that SIKH was in. Grip the 10. You get outside your shell and get the twin. Keep capping, and one of them shells gonna meet your brim. So I thought that was fire. I like when, you know, of course he's making fun of Real SIKH and his heritage, and, you know, him being an Arab. So I do like when he started off with that funny joke about Akbar with bomb lines, nigga, I ran. Then I like when he goes, we used to sell gas to niggas. He said one thing in common, they used to sell gas to niggas. So of course, B Magic gas is drugs to niggas, and Real SIKH, a lot of the Arabs are in charge of the gas stations, and I know even in my area, 24-hour stores, which are the gas stations, the Arab controls all of them. Okay, so I like that bar. And then at the end, I like when he goes, I was outside the shells that SIKH was in. Grip the tent. You get outside of your shell and get the twin. Ooh, fire. Keep capping, and one of them shells gonna meet your brim. And meet your hat, your brim. So after that bar, he was really stumbling a whole lot. Like he could even barely get any more bars in. So I'm like, It didn't even make worth me trying to figure out what he was saying. He was really, messing up too much in that round. So now we're gonna go to Real SIKH's second round. So of course, Real SIKH starts trying to make fun of B Magic. So he starts demonstrating like a beat, saying, "You always sound like this." Every beat, basically making fun of him, and saying that he hasn't leveled up in his career. He raps on a beat, he don't remember his bars, he's hot from team to team, and he's just basically stagnant. So that's his whole round, second round. So I wrote down one bar that I like. "You punch, great job, buddy. We learned how to kick and stuff. Now we mix it up. Jiu-jitsu, submission clutch, elbows, knees in the gut. Bitch, I could lift you up, and you over here happy that you know how to swing a punch. Give it up. Be direct. That's a method on the table. You shoot videos, that profession don't change you? What? Your camera shot in one-dimensional way too? How them video edits don't make you want to direct the dope angle?" So I like that. He basically just telling him what it is. Like, yo, that's all you do is punch. You the same battle rapper since you first started. You haven't leveled up. So that's his whole second round. He was saying he was good, but he just attacked that same angle for that whole round. So I'm like, I ain't writing down all them bars when it's the same thing that he's saying over and over again. So now we go into B Magic's third round. So that second round, again, I had to give it to a Real SIKH because B Magic was choking all over the place and he barely got through that second round, and it was short. Okay, so he already up. SIKH is already up 2. Last round. So B Magic goes, "I'm about to give this Indian wings like rain dances. We the hit Real SIKH in the head like brain cancer. I stand in the streets and pop the lead off. The little can won't spray in your mouth but knock a head off. Indian head red when it ring. Tantana. When you see these guns like mine, you think Conqueror. Shocking, I'm getting this green. I think Blanca. Oh, you gangster? Well, if you hood, homie, then ride. His tombstone read that he stood on it and died. I'm sick as Corona, besides ammonia inside. Leg shot. I'm from a hood where bologna get fried." So now he starts talking about Indian. And I'm like, well, which one is it? Is Real SIKH an Arab or is he an Indian? Okay, so he says something about little can won't spray in your mouth but knock a head off. And I know Chief Nakahoma was a mascot for Atlanta Braves, and I know the patch that they wear on the jerseys, and I know that Real SIKH is from Jersey. So I guess that's where he was going with that. So I just thought that this round was all over the place. I feel like he was freestyling. He didn't really have no material, okay? But I do like that last bar when he said, "Leg shot, I'm from a hood where bologna get fried." Because I know my father, he used to love frying. He still do to this day. Fry bologna, make bologna sandwiches. But this round, again, way too short. He was stuttering like crazy. So now we're going to go to Real SIKH. "You ain't even live enough to be on pay-per-views. Y'all ever notice that's a fact? Value 1. That's the only URL pay-per-view they had him at. And he did so bad against Av, you can't even watch the battle back on video on demand, the Smack YouTube channel platform, and the app. And me, shit. My views from UW to them, our battle streams been up. VODs in London, I travel seas to get them. My rap scene on Smack lead and then some. I even stack green with caffeine. I really have streams of income. Bitch!" So this whole round, he was just comparing his accolades to B Magic accolades. Talked about his career, saying how Alone and Ultimate Madness is more than B Magic did in his last 5 years, which is true. You know, it just seems like battle rap is not really where B Magic head is at. Okay, it seemed like he's just really doing it for a check, to be honest with you. You know, and I could tell that URL just using him as like a punching bag. You know, like all the upcoming rappers, they just letting them battle B Magic for a name because B Magic is clearly washed up, and it just seemed like B Magic just don't care. I'm just keeping it real. It seemed like he don't care. He not trying to elevate and do better in battle rap. He just want to check. It seemed like he must be focused on other things. Real Sick did mention about him doing photography and all that stuff, so I guess his head is somewhere else. All right, so I'm gonna concentrate. I know that Swamp versus Swave Sever dropped, so I'm gonna start concentrating on that battle. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Later.